Good morning, everybody. It is March 9th, almost 7 a.m. Central, believe it or not. And this is the plan of attack. This sounds really slow and dramatic, but what I'm doing is pulling up Forest Factory to see if any news is today, and I don't believe there is. So let's see. Unemployment claims comes out an hour before they open. So that may or may not shake the market around. FOMC member speaking. And that's it. So nothing overly large today except for unemployment claims. All right, so that means you could, there's nothing holding us back in terms of news in placing a trade. And if this is your first time watching one of these videos, this is my daily plan for today and how I'm looking to trade ES futures and SPX 0 DTE options for the day, for a quick day trade. All right, now let's talk about some things here. It's a kind of a tricky spot, but I have a plan for it. All right, so the market is obviously in kind of basing at this level, right? I have a 2-year point of control right here at 39.73, and you can't deny that has been holding as support. I'll zoom in a little bit, and you can see that's exactly where we tapped it and kind of bounced. So we're above support, but we're also below resistance. There's pretty significant resistance at basically 4,000. We have the 50-day SMA right above us, and we also have this 3-month HVA right here, right? This volume point of control right there for the prior 3 months. So it's an obvious level of interest, and the reason it's there is it was respected here, was messed with here. That's just the price where the most volume transacted. Now, let's use that information and see what we could do with it. So today, since it's so tight, it could potentially be a tight, choppy type of day. So I'm going to look at doing a day trade in the drama-free variation of these spreads. And let's go ahead and talk about how. First thing I want to point out is this. All right, so this is my weekly volume profile. So all the volume that is transacted on ES for the week. Well, since the week opened, right, we were up here, we had that sell-off when Powell started talking, and now we've been oscillating down here the entire time. Makes sense. So all the volume is transacting here. And you see here's that bear market point of control that I'm calling, and you see we got close to here, bounced, touched it again, and bounced. So it's holding as support. So we're above support, but we're below this resistance. This is how I'm going to trade it. And we'll see just how it unfolds. So I want to show you this because I do not want to get bullish this trade or today unless we clear above 39.90. All right, I want price to move above the volume, probably retest, then go higher if I want to play the bullish scenario. So I wanted to point that out as to why I'm about to say that information. This will all come together. All right, so there's that reason why I don't want to play it. Now let's look at some squeezes. All right, so we have that hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute charts up. And what I want to note is obviously all the volatility that played out right there. Okay, so we have an hourly squeeze, a 30-minute squeeze, and a 15-minute squeeze on top of support. So how as I was told by Toro Joe, if you hear this, how I read the tea leaves is based on reading the tea leaves based on the squeeze. So I want the 15-minute squeeze to start going bullish, which in turn would start to turn the 30-minute squeeze to the upside, and then in turn return the hourly squeeze to the upside. So in a nutshell, this starts to go this way off of support, then the 30-minute will follow, then the hourly will follow. But I don't want to take that trend or that trade unless we clear 39.90, and that'll also get price above the hourly 21 EMA. To me, I think that's just a clear level to where we can get bullish. If we can't get above it, then I think the bearish scenario is a smart idea. Okay, so this is, I wanted to point this out so you can see why and where I would play the bullish scenario. Now let's pull up the quick hits. Now that you have all that information, let's tie it together. Okay, so over here we have our 30-minute chart, right? We are above here, which is probably going to act as support. And then we have that resistance up at 39.90 where we can play the bullish scenario up to at least 4,000. So all that being said, if everything does start to rotate, I do think today, if nothing's clear, nothing is wrong with taking the day off. You don't have to take the trade because today is not an overly clear day. It may be clear later, but right now as I'm doing this, it is not overly clear. Okay, so this is my plan. Say price opens up, I'm gonna give it a few minutes, and then for the bearish scenario, looks at the moment looks like the easiest play. Say price rallies up a little bit, stutters around as VWAP came this way. I want to take the short, take it back down because it is obviously the trend is lower. The squeeze is in fact going lower below the hourly 50 and below the weekly point of control. So that's to me the easy bull scenario. Or sorry, bearish scenario. Now, what about market shakes out and the market wants to rally off of coming down to support as we've been oscillating? I want price to at least push above 39.90. I don't want to short into this resistance. I want to wait for a pullback, and at that time, maybe the 30-minute 21 EMA or VWAP will be about here, and then you take it to the upside. That's the only way I'm looking to trade this. It's not overly clear at the moment. If you haven't heard me talk about these before, where I get my edge is having the ability to project what I expect today's candle to close, and it could close either way today. So, I mean, we'll see. Or maybe a super small day or super tight range day, expecting um, price just to go sideways into non-farm payroll tomorrow. So that is my plan there. I hope it makes sense. I hope it helps you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Answer all the questions. Have a great day, everybody. Be patient and finish the week strong. Take care.